Introduction. Sometimes, courage comes in the quietest moments. This is the story of the night I found my courage, and how it changed the way I see myself and the world. Story. It was a chilly autumn evening when I walked home from school. The sun had already set, and the streetlights flickered one by one, casting long shadows on the empty road. I usually loved walking home alone, thinking about my day and enjoying the cool air. But that night I felt uneasy. Something inside me told me that this night would be different. I had always been shy. Speaking in front of people terrified me, and even small things like asking a question in class or introducing myself to new people felt impossible. I wanted to be brave, but I did not know how. That evening I reached the park near my house. The wind rustled the leaves, and the path looked dark and empty. As I walked, I noticed a group of children standing around a small boy. He was crying and some of them were teasing him. My heart beat faster. I knew I had to do something, but fear held me back. For a moment I froze. My mind screamed at me to walk away, to stay safe, to avoid trouble. But then I remembered something my mother, Laura, always said. Courage is not the absence of fear, Emily. Courage is taking action even when you are afraid. I took a deep breath and walked toward the group. My legs felt heavy and my hands trembled. "Hey," I called out, my voice shaking. "Leave him alone." The children turned toward me, surprised. Some laughed, thinking I was scared, but I held my ground. "Stop it," I repeated louder this time. "It's not right to tease him." They looked at me confused. No one had ever stood up to them before. Slowly they backed away, muttering under their breath. I went to the boy, whose name was Jacob, and helped him stand. He was shaking, tears still on his cheeks. "Thank you," he whispered. I was so scared. "You're safe now," I said softly. "Don't worry. They won't bother you again." As we walked home together, I felt something new inside me. A warmth, a strength, a feeling I had never experienced before. I realized that courage was not about being fearless. It was about taking action even when fear was there. That night I found a courage I didn't know I had. When I reached home, my parents noticed something different in me. "You look happy," my father, James, said. "Did something good happen?" I told them the story about Jacob and the children. My mother smiled proudly. "I am so proud of you, Emily. You faced your fear and helped someone else. That is real courage." That night, as I lay in bed, I thought about everything that had happened. I realized that courage is not always about big, dramatic actions. Sometimes it is small and quiet, like helping someone, speaking up, or standing for what is right. The next days were different too. I noticed that standing up for Jacob had given me confidence. I raised my hand in class more often, spoke to new students, and even joined the school debate club. Each small step made me feel braver, and each success, no matter how small, added to my courage. Months later, the school organized a talent show. I hesitated at first, but then I remembered that night in the park. I remembered the courage I had felt and decided to participate. I chose to read a poem I had written about bravery and friendship. The night of the talent show arrived. My heart pounded and my hands shook, but I stepped onto the stage. The lights were bright, and the audience looked large and intimidating. But I took a deep breath and began to read. With every line, my confidence grew. My voice became steadier, my words clearer, and when I finished, the applause made me smile. I had done it. I had faced my fear, shared my thoughts, and found courage again. Looking back, I realized that courage is not something you find once. It is something you discover over and over, in small actions and moments of choice. That night in the park helping Jacob was just the beginning. It taught me that fear does not have to control us, and that even the smallest acts can be brave. Even now, whenever I feel afraid or unsure, I remember that night. I remember walking toward the group, standing up for someone, and feeling the power of courage. It reminds me that courage is not about being fearless, but about acting with heart, honesty, and bravery. The night I found courage changed me forever. It showed me that even in the darkest, quietest moments, we can discover strength we never knew we had. Courage is always inside us, waiting for the right moment to shine. That night taught me to trust myself, to face challenges, and to help others even when it feels scary. And now I know that no matter what life throws at me, I have the courage to face it, just like I did that night in the park.